The age of royal indulgence has ended. The true authority no longer rests solely with the crowned head. Prince William has reportedly delivered a firm and final rejection to his father, King Charles, slamming the door on any possibility of rehabilitation or return to the fold for the scandal-plagued Duke of York. Prince Andrew and his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson. This bold stand represents a rare instance of the Prince of Wales directly opposing the King's wishes, ushering in what many see as a colder, more reputation-focused chapter for the British monarchy, one that prioritizes the institution's survival over familial ties. Hello, dear viewers, and welcome to this in-depth exploration of the evolving power structure inside the House of Windsor. Before we dive deeper into this internal royal conflict, please consider subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications so you stay updated on the developments shaping our world. For generations, the royal family adhered to the motto "never complain, never explain." Yet behind closed doors, a far more calculating and unsentimental approach is taking shape. We're observing a profound generational shift. Although King Charles III occupies the throne, his son and heir, Prince William, is increasingly viewed as the de facto power behind it. This dynamic is clearest in the ongoing management of Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson. According to fresh revelations from royal journalist and author Russell Myers in his recent biography William and Catherine, the monarchy's new era, also referred to as the intimate inside story, the Prince of Wales has reached his limit. King Charles has long searched for a balanced solution, keeping his brother connected to the family while avoiding major public fallout. William, however, has reportedly declared that such leniency is no longer sustainable for the monarchy. William's uncompromising position stems from years of close observation, and it's not merely about media scandals. Sources quoted by Myers indicate that his strong disapproval of his uncle originates from first-hand witnessing of Andrew's treatment of royal household staff. Picture a younger Prince William observing his uncle's interactions with the dedicated people who maintain palace operations. In contrast to William and Catherine's emphasis on modern, respectful, and professional relationships with their team, Andrew is described as embodying an older mindset marked by entitlement and haughtiness. Insiders say William was repeatedly irritated by Andrew's brusque, commanding demeanor towards staff, treating them dismissively as though his royal status entitled him to unquestioned deference. The situation has escalated most dramatically with Sarah Ferguson's complete exclusion. There was a brief appearance of softening when she joined the family for the Christmas church walk at Sandringham, a move interpreted by some as King Charles offering reconciliation. Behind the scenes, though, the reality was starkly different. Reports, including from In Touch Weekly, indicate that William has made it unequivocally clear Sarah Ferguson is persona non grata. He has allegedly communicated to family members and palace staff that he wants no further involvement from her, no public role, no meaningful presence. While private family invitations might occur at the king's behest, such as a quiet tea or holiday get-together, William has imposed what amounts to a permanent barrier against her participating in the monarchy's affairs or appearing in its public image. As one source put it bluntly, William has told everyone that Sarah is persona non grata. He never wants to see her face again. This isn't simply personal animosity. It's a deliberate strategic removal. In William's assessment, both Andrew and Sarah represent a severe liability, toxic elements whose continued association with the royal family poses an ongoing threat that could undermine the entire institution. The timing aligns with fresh developments. The recent release of additional U.S. Department of Justice documents tied to the Jeffrey Epstein case, which once again referenced Sarah Ferguson repeatedly. Although she has maintained that she distanced herself from Epstein upon learning his true character, these files have intensified scrutiny and cast further doubt on prior explanations. For William, safeguarding the monarchy's future is paramount. He is planning decades ahead, recognizing that in today's skeptical society, the institution must remain irreproachable to endure. He refuses to allow the king's brother or former sister-in-law to linger as persistent reminders of past controversies that could erode public trust. The Epstein controversy continues to cast a shadow over anyone photographed with him, leading to an intriguing yet poignant tension between the monarch and his successor. King Charles finds himself torn between dual roles. As the head of state and as a sibling, he carries the burden of familial devotion, possibly mixed with remorse, and has attempted to handle the situation with Prince Andrew, gently suggesting a relocation from the royal lodge to a more modest home like Frogmore Cottage while preserving some brotherly bond. However, Prince William lacks his father's emotional ties. Acting as an unofficial regent, he's taking on the tough decisions that Charles struggles with due to personal attachments. It's William who's advocating for a complete break in relations, making sure that by the time he becomes king, all remnants of past controversies are eliminated. This doesn't imply William is heartless. Sources emphasize that he has a good rapport with his cousins, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, understanding they shouldn't suffer for their father's mistakes. Still, he's resolute that their parents must stay entirely sidelined, as insiders put it, in a separate realm. Prince Andrew probably imagined a route back to official duties, figuring that staying low-key until the media storm passed would prompt his brother, the king, to reinstate him in some capacity. But that strategy overlooked a key element. It presumed the king held sole authority. Andrew didn't factor in the Prince of Wales, who has essentially blocked any comeback, overriding whatever personal inclinations the king might have. The latest development, Andrew's relocation from the royal lodge, is viewed by observers as a significant win for William's side within the palace. For more than a year, Andrew held out against a change, viewing the sprawling 30-room estate as the last emblem of his prestige. Yet, with William's rising sway, the resistance proved futile. There's even talk that Sarah Ferguson has departed the UK altogether, heading to Portugal to avoid the intensifying attention and the frostiness from the heir apparent. Looking ahead at the British royal family's trajectory, Prince William's stance is unmistakable. The monarchy's welfare takes precedence. The era of shielding relatives at the cost of the establishment's reputation has ended. William is gearing up for a slimmer, sharper, and more accountable institution. He's prepared to be the enforcer to his father's more lenient approach if it safeguards the crown for him and his heirs. The saga involving the Duke and Duchess of York stands as a stark warning, illustrating how swiftly the royal machine can distance itself from insiders when the throne's entrance is threatened. For longtime followers of the royals, this evolution likely seems profound. We witnessed Queen Elizabeth to shielding Andrew, her beloved son, for as long as possible. But William's music differs from both his grandmother and his father. Having witnessed the havoc scandals can wreak, he's committed to preventing any recurrence during his reign. Wrapping up this segment, we must ponder, is William overly severe, or is this the essential firm hand needed to preserve a millennium-old tradition? The Prince of Wales is unmistakably declaring that in his future rule, there's no place for those failing to meet top-tier behavioral expectations, whether in the spotlight or behind the scenes. What's your take on this internal royal clash? Do you think Prince William is justified in permanently excluding Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson? Or should King Charles have leeway to extend compassion to his sibling? Does William's proactive Shadow King style boost or diminish your faith in the monarchy's prospects? Share your views, music in the comments. We value your input in fostering these dialogues. If this breakdown resonated with you, please like the video. It boosts our visibility to others interested in these key narratives. And if you're not subscribed yet, hit that button and pass this along to loved ones who follow Windsor developments. The visuals of William and Catherine advancing assuredly, as the Duke and Duchess of York recede, capture a generational shift. It's a narrative of a prince poised to rule, even if it requires challenging his father to defend their shared heritage. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next installment with our thorough exploration of the headlines that count. Until then, take care.